Hey y'all, so I apologize for the late review. It's just I'm in the middle of moving right now. I mean, as you can see, that dresser that y'all keep referring to is gone. It's gone forever. Anywho, let's get into this episode. So we leave off from last week when Kenya and Marlo was getting into it. And we see that Marlo looks like she was walking off. And then Candy tells her she's walking away, Marlo, don't go. And she's like, I'm not leaving, I'm getting some ice. Already, like, give Marlo a peach. I don't even know how many times I gotta say this. So Portia says in her confessional there's something about Marlo that yearns to be friends with Kenya. I don't really see that. I just think, Marlo shakes things up, and if Kenya usually comes for Marlo, Marlo's gonna come back. And Marlo might come back a little bit dirtier, and then Kenya's gonna do the same thing. So it's just back and forth, back and forth. I mean, in the earlier days, Kenya used Marlo as a pawn to aggravate Nene anyway. So, I don't know, like Kenya started this mess anyway. And then it's still rude on Kenya's part to discipline Marlo by giving her the worst room in the house just because she heard from the toy that she was talking about her. It's just, as a host, it's just petty. And like I say, petty begets more petty. So Cynthia just kind of calms down the situation between the two ladies, and I think they just agree to disagree. Like, Marlo makes a joke like, we need to just sleep together. Like, I don't know, it really doesn't go anywhere, it's not resolved, and then we get to the dinner being over, and they're asking Kenya, okay, what's next? So Kenya, because she's just such a terrible hostess, didn't even have anything planned after dinner, and it's like 9:30. They ask her like, are we doing anything? Like, are we playing? Oh, she's like, oh yeah, I forgot about the game. The game is gonna be us going upstairs and going to sleep. So Portia takes the lead and tells the ladies, okay, everyone gets dressed in their pajamas and come right back down and we're going to play a game, Never Have I Ever, that she's apparently played in jail. Girl, Cindy is really like making a to-go plate for Mike. Oh my God, you were out of town. You really, what, you going to put that in the freezer and put it back and put it in her luggage? Like, I mean, low-key, that's what I do when I go home to New Orleans, but still, sis, like, really? I get not wasting the pork. The pork look good, but once you leave, leave the pork in South Carolina. She really planned on taking that back to Atlanta. So the ladies are all back downstairs dressed in pajamas, and they're just waiting on Kenya. So Candy goes upstairs to check and see why she's taking so long. So Candy goes upstairs and she's like, girl, you not coming down? She already reluctantly opened the door and Kenya asks, breaking the fourth wall, why you got a camera with you? Because you're on a fucking reality show. So then she tells Candy she's not coming down, and of course Candy lets her know that's not cool, and Candy's annoyed because, it looked like Candy want to go to sleep too, but the thing is, like, y'all got an obligation, y'all got to film, and if all the other ladies got to film and can't go to sleep, why is it different for you? And she says she don't have nobody to watch Brooklyn, and she go downstairs. I'm like, don't you have a nanny? And we'll get to that conversation later when she talks to Candy one-on-one, but you're the host of the trip. So you're going to go to bed early? Like, that's what she wanted to do the whole time. Like, at 9:30, she wanted to get her kid and go upstairs and be in for tonight. It don't work like that, sis. You on a reality show. You signed a contract. Candy is pissed. So Candy gets downstairs and let all the ladies know, and everyone's pissed because she keeps doing this again and again. Like, okay, don't be trying to flex on private jets, but then like, oh, woe is me, I don't have a nanny. Like, no. And then Portia, it looked like she'd been holding her mule the entire trip. Just by hearing like, I've been trying to get even killed with this bitch. Yeah, like, I'm with Portia. Like, Kenya has been trying it the entire vacation. And it's a double standard. Like, they're all mothers. Candy just had a kid. So the ladies are all bringing up good points, saying that they're all making sacrifices right now. So why should Kenya be the exception right now? And Portia and a couple of ladies are just so pissed. They don't even want to play the game right now. So they're all just turning in for the night. At 10:30. Ooh, I would be pissed. And this is why, Kenya, nobody fucks with you. Candy getting a little emotional now. You know how she be doing. Because I got 2 kids. at home, So it's the next day, and the ladies are all just walking around the house right now. Kenya's the first one up with her kid. We see that she's dropping off her to the nanny. We have some type of subplot going on with Drew and her moving. You know I don't care, so I'm fast forwarding that. Okay, Portia rocking the Ivy Park. So Portia lets us know that today is the day that there's a verdict in Kentucky for the whole Breonna Taylor case, and they're patiently waiting. Now, unfortunately, we all know how that went down, so we're going to have a heavy scene coming up. We see Cynthia, and she's outside talking to Mike, and while she's doing that, all the other ladies crowd into Marlo's room, and Candy lets them know that she's taking over the trip for an evening and planning the bachelorette party for Cynthia. She already got the outfits for everybody to wear. I'm guessing she got measurements ahead of time. She got 4,000 ones for them all to throw. Now, that is a host. That is how you do it, Candy. Thank you. And of course, with Candy, the event's going to be dungeon themed, and she's going to get one of the old strippers from her dungeon tour, Bolo. So after all the ladies leave, it's just Candy and Kenya talking. And Candy's trying to make sure with Kenya, like, okay, now you're not about to turn in early in the night. Your nanny better have her the whole night. And Kenya lets her know, well, I can't have her the whole night, so I'm going to definitely be early. And Candy's getting mad by that. And she's like, well, next time you need to get 2 nannies, because if you can't work one 24 hours, then you need to get 2. And that makes a really good point. Now, Kenya's saying, oh, I'm not you. I don't have these assistants and stuff like that. But you got money, though. You got money, though. You on private jets, but you can't get 2 nannies for childcare to help assist you while you're filming a reality show that allows you to pay for 2 nannies? Okay. Like, Kenya, you are no exception. Like, all the other ladies are mothers and know what you're going through. Just because you don't know how to budget your funds, or you don't have a village to help you out with your kids because you're a terrible person and an even more terrible friend, you can't get mad at that. You made a shitty ass bed for yourself, and now you gotta lay in it. And it's interesting now because Candy is the one that's always like the main Kenya apologist, and Kenya is even pissing her off. So Candy just lays it all out for Kenya. You've been annoying this entire trip, you've been rude, and it seemed like Candy still ain't over that crab cake sandwich. Like, that's one thing. I think Candy is more angry about the crab cake sandwich than anything else. And then Kenya has the gall to tell Candy to have her back. When, like I said earlier, Candy is the #1 person in your corner. I think more than Cynthia. Lord, and here go Kenya with the sob story. I don't have a village. I ain't like you. I don't have... Then stop being an asshole and maybe you'll have a village. I'm not keeping it together, but you can get a private jet. You can laugh and kiki. You can insult Marlo. You got time to put her in the basic ass room. But, oh my God, I cannot stand her. Like my friend said, she's a producer's dream. People just love to hate you at this point because you are an asshole, man. You are an asshole. Nice in person at BravoCon, but you are an asshole on this show. Kenya is trying to play the damsel in distress. Like, how many times are we going to go on this merry-go-round of her playing the victim? How many times? So now, of course, with her tears, she's emotionally manipulating Candy now, and Candy falls for it. So she's going to give her a pass again. So all the ladies are now downstairs, and Kenya gathers them around and starts apologizing. 1, for turning in early, letting them know that her kid was with her. And then 2, for about the crab cake sandwich and not asking anybody else did they want anything for lunch and being a terrible hostess. But she's laughing about that situation, and I'm just like, Portia, like, girl, whatever. Like, it just seemed like a half-ass apology. So apparently thirsty-ass LaToya is going to be taking over as the host for the day. She's going to be leading a workout for the ladies, and she's going to have them take shots before a workout. LaToya is leading this pointless workout while Portia and Drew just sit on the stairs and watch them. So I actually do like this scene between Portia and Drew. And Drew, as a newcomer, is just telling Portia how frustrated she is. Like, she has some stuff going on with her toxic husband at home and moving and shit like that. And to top it all off, like, she's not enjoying herself on this trip because people are being fake. Kenya is just an asshole in general, so I understand that. And she's just wondering, like, how people are just mad one day but cool with Kenya the next. The fake shit is definitely getting to her. And Portia is speaking like a true vet. She's just like, over the years, I just realized that that lady is not my friend. And Drew is like, well, you all miss Black Lives Matter. I just thought everything would be cool with y'all. And then Portia with the most thoughtful comment of this entire episode. Now, that's a black life I value, but our relationship don't matter. You better preach, Portia. I was like, oh my God. Let me rewind that and hear that again. Lord, if we haven't had somebody like that we felt about, that was genius, Portia. That quote alone deserves the centerpiece spot. So the next scene, the ladies all gather around the TV to find out the Breonna Taylor verdict. And of course, as we know, that Breonna Taylor still didn't get the justice that she deserved. This was a heartfelt scene and a real scene that I appreciated on the show, especially to give light to the injustices of the judicial system. And I gotta say, Portia's reaction was very genuine. That's why it kind of offends me that people would say that she's just doing this for the cameras. Like, I just think it's an insult. I would be completely insulted if I was Portia, but I know that she's for the cause just by this scene alone. It seemed very genuine to me. And I appreciate that Bravo gave this a platform on the show. We can have, the mess, the shade, the fights, but yeah, definitely highlight this important situation. So next scene is later in the evening and the ladies are all getting ready to go to dinner. Now we get a little bit of information on Tanya thanks to Drew, and I'm just like, you know what? I really don't know that much about Tanya except for the fact that she's just this jolly ass chick that, is always down for a good time. I don't really know, her background situation, what she does. So Tanya says, she has a life partner that she's had for 9 years. I guess she doesn't care about being married, but she does want a family. It's unfortunate because, right after this, Tanya is never to be seen from again. So the ladies all get to dinner, and surprisingly, Drew starts off the conversation and says, oh yeah, y'all ready to play a game? So she just basically brings attention that it's confusing her how people don't like each other the next day, but they're all laughing together the next. So she uses Kenya as an example of, just people putting on the front when she's really trying to get to know them. Kenya immediately gets defensive. Immediately. As soon as she mentioned the word Brooklyn, she was like, oh, if you wanted to know about me, you could have just took me to the side instead of talking about it right now. Shut up. It looks like Drew is just trying to get to the bottom of why Kenya is being the way Kenya is. We still trying to figure out, girl, and she's been on this season, I don't know, 6 seasons now? Maybe more? Here we go, Kenya again. As a single mom, you already see the eye rolling. You see Candy's face, you see Portia's face, you see Tanya's. I'm like, Tanya, can we just order some apps, some coconut shrimp, some wings, some fries for the table? That's what I'll be doing because I'm hungry. I don't have time for Kenya's bullshit. Ooh, especially when I'm hangry. Yeah, that'll definitely set me off, just hearing her bullshit. Oh my God, now Kenya got a problem with her ordering just because she's not paying attention to her. Kenya starts feeling attacked because, she's being held accountable by the other ladies and she can't take it. And then Candy finally speaks up too to hold Kenya accountable. It's just like she keeps downplaying it. That's what's being very frustrating about because you downplayed the jet, you downplayed not getting people food, you downplayed the situation going just upstairs. I've never been without my child one day in my life. Oh, no, she is not telling people I'll wait for y'all to get off the phone to listen to me. Girl, the way Kenya be disrespecting people on the daily? Really? And can y'all, I just want y'all to acknowledge the growth that Portia has had from her first seasons on this show. Because Kenya used to push her buttons so easily. And now that she don't give Kenya the time of day, it actually annoys Kenya. Right here, she's on her phone and she's just like, okay, well, what do you want? I'm on my phone. You can continue. Portia has definitely displayed restraint. Yes, Portia, I love how Portia is dismissing Kenya right now. Yeah, you go ahead and tell me a little sob story. Now, that pissed Kenya off, clearly. Don't judge me as a mother. Don't judge me as a mother. Girl, well, I'm going to judge you as a friend. You're terrible. I'm going to judge you as a host. You're even worse. I'm going to judge you as a person. You're a terrible person. At least on this show, you're an asshole. So I'm going to judge you on those. Kenya, nobody wants to be your village. Clearly. Like the way you just treated all these ladies on this trip. No, I don't blame them. She continues to be on her bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. I don't need to give them the option to bring their kids. You're the host. This woman is irredeemable. I don't know how y'all Kenya fans can take this. Even your homegirl butt buddy minion LaToya can't even defend you right now. This is the most quiet I've ever seen thirsty LaToya. Ever. Ooh, and thank God the food came because it looked like that de-escalated the situation. Kenya gives another apology, but this one's even more half-assed. Like, you know it's a half-assed apology when they say, I'm sorry if. No, you're sorry for being an asshole. So after that weak-ass apology, you know, Shamia gets her one speaking role for the episode and encourages everyone to fake laugh at the table. This scene was very cringeworthy. So then after that, they get on the bus and, you know, we all know what's coming up next. And Candy lets us know that there is a dick in the box named Bolo waiting for all the ladies. So we see on the bus that Candy is texting her assistant, you know, Miss Donna Wana. And she's letting know Candy that the stripper has arrived. Child, as they get off the bus, we see the credits rolling. And then we see in the backyard, there's the stripper in the box waiting on them. And that's where the episode ends. And I'm guessing next week is like what they've all been waiting to show us. It's supposed to be the pinnacle point of the season. It's so spicy. They don't even give us a sneak peek at it at the end of the episode. It just goes off right into Watch What Happens Live. They are really banking on this moment right now. Okay, whatever. Well, that's the end of the episode, y'all. Again, I apologize for it coming out so late. This should be up hopefully around noon on Tuesday. With that, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Bye.